All right. Good evening. My name is Augustine, and I'm on to another live broadcast. By my timing, today is 9th of January 2020. So, for those of us who are seeing me on a live broadcast or that will be coming up during the live broadcast, I want to wish each and every one of us a happy new year. And so far, so good. A number of things has been on within the community, and we are all aware. The admins generosity in helping to grow the community, and our only responsibility is to help in paying our administration fee. So for all of you that are coming in, I'm one of the many broadcasters within the community, and for a while now I haven't been, so consistent because of my schedule. But however, I think I'm going to keep up again. My normal broadcast usually begins on Mondays, Wednesdays, and on Fridays. But today is a Thursday, and I think it's necessary that I come out to make another broadcast because if I do not, then I'm not keeping up with the community. So those of you who are coming in or that will come up at one point to listen, do well to subscribe to my channel if you have not yet subscribed, and do well to give me a thumbs up. I would appreciate the thumbs up and subscribe. Click on the bell button so that anytime I'm live, you would get the pip or the updates on your phone or on your laptop, and then you come onto me live. So I hope I'm going to be as consistent as possible. We are in the mass adoption within the community, and one of the conditions for going for mass adoption is broadcasting. Well, it has been a thing of joy. It has been a thing of you know a lifestyle to do broadcasting, keeping the community up to date. And though I have so much things to attend to, I make out time to also contribute my own quota to the community. Over time, I know that there will be more responsibilities that would be needed for me to put in within the community. But for now, we are growing our 111,111 mass adoption team. And until then, let me do the part I can. As at now, the administration only requires that people make contributions to their that is paying their admin fee so that he can be able to compete favorable with the top tier coins, that's the coins such as Bitcoin and the rest. So going to my topic for today, my topic is danger of willful ignorance, you know, for the 111,111 mass adoption teams. That's my title. Now I'm going to share three blogs. I'll just share those three blogs quickly, and then that will be the end of my broadcast. It's going to be as short as possible, and I'll try as much as possible to minimize explanations. So going forward, let me begin. I'll begin with this first one. Now, for those of us who hasn't taken our time to look at it, I think we should take our time to look at it. If we go into our blog, this particular why an equity-based system is better than a debt-based economic system. The administration has already taken time to put it out, so I wouldn't want to continue to, say so much on it. I would appreciate it if you can do well to listen to it. It was a broadcast, a Zoom broadcast. It was put live on Zoom, live on YouTube, and also live on Facebook. So I think we should do well to listen or watch the broadcast. A group of people who were the trainees or who were the people that were being trained by Bederic, they were live, and our professor too was there. Professor Solomon Amahutu was also there, and we all know that he's a professor of economics. I do not know if he's still in the practice or he's out of practice. That is, he has retired out of service. I do not know. But the point is, he was able to intelligently explain what the community stands to gain having a system that is based on equity. Now that reminds me, my screen is not being shared. Sorry, let me share my screen. Um, okay, I think it's coming up. It's taking a while. Come on, it's supposed to have loaded by now. I think a little of network-ish. Okay, now my screen is being shared. Yes. So let me return back to where I was. I was talking about the debt based versus equity about that video that was done between among community members, and it was spearheaded by Derek Bay and Solomon Amahotu. So I think the community should do well to pay attention to this video and listen to it. It's not so long. And admin actually said it is a must read or a must see for the community. Now, another one is this: don't sleep. I think a good number of us too should have looked into it. And then this is another one, which is receive 22 TBC coins. And then another one, what will the TBC billionaires do with all the resources that they do have? Now, like I said, the dangers of what? Willful ignorance. And in this particular article that was put out by the admin, now, debt financing, he has given out the advantages versus the advantages of equity financing. And he has also given out the disadvantages. Now, this is not so much of an article. I'm going to give out my own little explanation quickly, and then quickly move into the next one, and then go into the final one. And after that, I conclude. Now, let me begin. An abundance-based economy will work much different from the economics based on scarcity. Let's examine the role of the members on the mass adoption team. They will have hundreds of thousands, they will have hundreds to thousands of TBC coins that would never depreciate. We all know our terms on which we are based. Now, when we get to 1 billion, our value remains on that value. And we are all pegged to the market value of gold, which we are all aware about. So at that point, our value will seal at 1 billion. So it doesn't appreciate at that level. Although it fluctuates from time to time, but at that point, it's going to be very, very solid. So that's one thing. Now, ultimately, one TBC coin will hold the value, will hold its value at 1 billion grains of gold. Today, 1 grain of gold is worth $3.28. So 1 TBC is worth 3,280,000,000. That's 1 TBC. Now imagine having hundreds of TBC coins that would worth 328 billion. Now, $328 billion. What is one person going to do with all that money? That's a question the administration is asking. Now, this will be trading TBC for equity with the TBC millionaires. Now, the TBC millionaires will not even have one whole TBC. Now, in order for them to afford to run larger and larger businesses, they would need access. They would need access to more TBC than they have. Now, these millionaires will be going to the TBC billionaires willing to trade some of the equity. Now, we all already understand what equity looks like. Now, it simply means you want to run a business. Now, as a TBC billionaire, you have the financial resources as at then. And then people who have wonderful ideas, who are not fortunate enough to become the TBC billionaires, by then the system has solidified. They will come up to you with a business idea. And after you have looked into it, and then you have carried out proper feasibility study, and possibly giving it to your evaluator, someone who understands business, and it has been looked into. If it is a viable business, then the person who is a TBC billionaire would give you funds. And when he gives you funds, you go ahead and sponsor it. But not just giving you funds. He does it so that you will trade, so that he becomes a shareholder. Let's make use of that. Ultimately, yes, he'll become a shareholder in your business. He could be the person that has the lion's share, but ultimately, he's going to sponsor that business to see that, yes, it becomes successful. It's not going to be only one TBC millionaire, not two, not three. There'll be several of them that would come to the TBC billionaire, and he is going to sponsor it. Now, when all these things happen, the TBC billionaires will actually be the ones to help in building the whole world system as at then. That is, as long as the community is involved. Now, these ones are going to go out, which are the millionaires, to employ people and then pay them in Kringle coins. And it's going to just be like the normal system. The normal system, when people want to begin projects, they go to borrow money from the bank. When they borrow money from the bank, who are the powerhouses as at now? Now, over time, they pay interest. And if they are unable to pay those interests, what will happen? Their collateral is seized. But in the case of TBC community, there wouldn't be need for you won't be so concerned about making profits. Why? Because you have enough financial resources to help these people who need money from you. So you are going to stand in as the bank, and they are going to, or the banks in this case, would give out funds for projects to be executed. Now, supposing those people do not make gains, well, the point is that what you have as your backup is so much compared to what you have given out. So what will happen is possibly you will start again, or you know how you're going to go about it. The bottom line is it's going to be based on equity. It's not going to be based on a system where you make the mistake of making borrowing or taking money and you're afraid that you will lose some things. That's how this system is going to look like. Now, I don't want to go so much into this because my topic is what? Warning, willful ignorance. I would want you to do well to go into the blog that has already been done. I wouldn't want to go over the wheels again and again, reinventing it. So those of you who have understanding, take your time and study the blog. Now, let's go into the next article. This next article is join our mass adoption team and get 250, that is 25 TBC coins. Now, I'll quickly read it and I would not finish it, but I'll summarize. Now, as at then, that was on 6th of January, the administration is saying over 23,248 members has joined the mass adoption team so far by simply paying the admin fee. And now we are following the schedule of the rewards for joining as stated on the blog post. Now, this is going to be the foundation upon which I'm going to lay my emphasis, which is this particular blog post. Now, the next article I'll be looking into is actually this particular blog post. But first of all, let me finish reading and then I go into that one, summarize upon it, and then I call it a day. We are forming two active teams. Team A, that is the A team, that is mass adoption team, and then the B team, which is the last level of the 1 million members in the billionaire zone. I've actually said that those old members who came into the TBC community and the new members, all those who refuse to do anything. Remember that I made a video on proper placement, downsizing, and the coming abundance phase. Now, that is the people that are going to be in this category. Of course, you never made any efforts to grow the community. So it will be out of place for you to say you are qualified to become one of the upper echelon in this level. Now, majority of you, when you get to that point, one TPC may be too little for you to say you want to use it to start up a business. So it will be good you play safe by aligning yourself or going into partnership with those who are the 111,111 dollars, it's not enough reason for you to say, yes, I can handle it all on my own. $4 billion is not much. You may think it's much, but it isn't, because so many things will happen between now and then. So the bottom line is the A team, the B team are the people that are going to form the 1 million billionaires. And consciously or unconsciously, by doing nothing, you find yourself in that category. As long as we are still in the billionaire phase of building within the community, the moment these numbers are sealed and we have exceeded the billionaire phase, then you can no more, you would not be able to get 1 TBC again. So you wouldn't be among the 1 million billionaires. So please kindly take note of that. Now let me continue. On February 1st, 2020, we have scheduled rewards for the B team. The administration is talking. Now, which you can see here. Now, when you click on this, you'll see it. I don't want to go into that. Now, going into it should, well, let me quickly go into it. All right. I don't know how many minutes ago I've been offline. I was actually broadcasting and I didn't know I had gone offline. But then let me continue from where I was. So far, so good. What I have talked about, I talked about this article, the first one, and then I talked about the second article, which is this one that has to do with 25 TBC coins. I was able to summarize on it briefly, and at one point, I didn't know when I cut off. So let me go into the next one. I was talking about the mass adoption team. And before I came to this particular place, I said that for every particular blog post admin brings up, he brings up the link and then tells us that we should pay attention to the link, which I want to explain a little more. Now, I said that's right, $300 million of TBC become a part of the 111 mass adoption team at the top of the billionaire zone by paying the admin fee on 1st of January or January 1st, 2020. We need to fill all of these 111 positions as soon as possible. So we will distribute 30 whole TBC coins to everyone that pays the admin fee on the 1st of January until all these positions are filled. The 112 member that pays the admin fee will not get the promo because all of the positions are filled. Now, if we don't fill all of these positions on the first, then we will schedule out rewards such as these ones. We are all familiar with these rewards. Now, it is this last part I want to call our attention to, and I want us to please listen to this I have to say. Now, these rewards will be paid out immediately as you pay the admin fee. So as you pay the admin fee, so that we can compete with other top tier coins towards mass adoption. Now, these 111, this is the part I want you to please pay attention to. These 111 will continue to receive the same schedule rewards each month throughout the entire year of 2020, or the admin one. These people that are going to play this game, which is the 111, it's your sole responsibility to make sure that you grow the community. As at now, the first requirement is just the payment of your administration fee. There are other terms and conditions that will begin to play out with time. So over time, there will be a filtering process. Some of you who are paying this admin fee and you're not able to meet up with the terms and conditions that will come up over time, what would happen is that you will definitely be replaced. So please put this at the back of your mind. So if each of you will always pay the admin fee on the first of each month in 2020, you could end up with 360 OTBC coins as a reward. Now, let's continue. The next paragraph, consistency. This is another one I want you to please listen to. Consistency is the key Time shall tell if what we are doing is reasonable or not. The majority of those in the community still are not having the full confidence. But we are broadcasters to make you understand that these things will come out with time. It wouldn't happen overnight, but definitely it will begin to play out. And a number of us will live with regrets, and that is certain. Why are you making regrets? It's simple. Regrets is because the opportunity was before you and it passed you by. So if you're listening to me, you have the choice to align yourself or see it as one of those things and allow time to prove itself. Let me finish up. Payment of payment with admin credit is accepted on the first month if you are a brand new member joining in January. Now, that's for those who are coming in January. One month cover the monthly cost of $25. So be sure to train everyone how to get off to a fast start using admin credits. Now, the mass adoption team will be trained. This is the last part. Now, the mass adoption team will be trained to lead the way towards TBC becoming mass adopted in the years to come. All of them act, think, and talk like billionaires. Now that will be accepted by the world with such a title. Now let me tell you, you may think that this is a joke, but those of you who are actually paying and you are coins and you're keeping it, failing to continue in paying means you are out of the game. And I tell you that it is very likely that Team B is going to get filled up. Now, what is Team B? Team B are the 1 million billionaires, those who are going to have one TBC and at least one TBC. The majority of these people may even get filled up before this 111,111, because until admin gets people who are consistently paying the admin fee every month up to these numbers, I tell you, the ball has not begun. I tell you, the next level we will not get there. Admin has steps, like he said, additional tasks. First of all, these numbers has to be changed. Put this at the back of your mind. If you are listening and you're in the mass adoption team, then put up your mind, make up your mind to continue to pay your admin fee. At least that is all that is required now. Even if it will take you from now to the end of this year, do it. Because next year, it's going to be a year that we are going to use to what, do so much. I wouldn't want to go into so much of those details. Let me conclude. Um, until all of them act, think, and talk like billionaires that would be accepted by the world with such a title, including all will be expected to become broadcasters. The administration has given us another sign that these are the requirements that these members will do. And it's not just about broadcasting. There are going to be guidelines about broadcasting. You wouldn't just broadcast 5 minutes, 10 minutes. You have to be excellent in speaking out. You have to be very well articulated in addressing the world because you are a billionaire at this point. So you are actually people that are going to change the face of finance because currently the financial system is a mess. So these people are going to be the finest set of people from the world, and it's not going to be easy to hold up to this position. So please put this in perspective, okay? And also the admin is saying they are going to be drama free because you're going to see things that will really, get you thinking. Now you should learn to address matters when it comes before you, matters that you don't comprehend. You either meet the admin because these people are going to be the people closest to the heart of the administration. These people are going to be the people that will form the privy council council, and the board of trustees. So these people have to be the people of highest character within the community. They are going to be the upper echelon community members. They are going to be the highly most respected members in the community. And how do you know these people? They are people who are willing to pay the sacrifice. Are you going to be willing? It's a question. I think you should answer it. So let me finalize. 111,112th member and onward paying the admin fee will take over the positions of those that fail to keep up with the training and the tasks required to complete. Let me highlight it, this one. The admin is actually telling you that those who fail to keep up will be replaced. Let me reiterate it. Those who fail to keep up will be replaced. Now, it means that these people who are going to be made up of these numbers, they should be excellent in negotiations. They should be excellent in speech and addressing matters. If you are not excellent in that, well, I don't know. You should be excellent in what? Skillfully managing projects. Project management skills are going to be part of this, and you are going to be trained. It's not a thing that you won't be trained. You have to be trained. So we are an army that is building a new system in the TBC community. And our TBC community is going to be a force to reckon with in a short while. You may look at it and you'll be like, well, there's really nothing happening. A number of people don't have a positive opinion about this. Just watch and say nothing. Like admin says, be drama free, be calm, watch how things will unfold. It shall take some time, but surely it shall happen. 2020 is going to be a significant year for the TBC community. What you should do is patiently watch. Now, let me end it. To those among us lacking vision, they may feel this promo is out of balance, but it is not. When the distribution phase is over, it will be very clear that this team deserved this reward. Now, after this, the admin, after some time, now made reference to equity-based financing. I think we should take time to look into this equity-based financing very well, because currently we're taught while we're in secondary schools or high school about economics. There's macroeconomics, there is microeconomics and all that, and it is based on the debt financial system. The equity-based financial system will be a system that will override this system. And I tell you, you may think this may be a joke, you shall see everything unfold. And we are growing in numbers, we are growing in organization. And in a short while, we'll get there. All right, I think I'll stop here. I know that a good number of people may, 2 people are actually watching me, but they've not said anything. That's fine. Now, I'm going to continue my broadcast tomorrow. Tomorrow will be Friday. Let me stop sharing my screen. I would continue my broadcast tomorrow. Tomorrow will be Friday. I'll make another broadcast, and then the next one will be on Monday, then Wednesday, and then normal routine, Mondays, Wednesdays, Friday. Please, before you leave, do well to subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and then like my video if you haven't. I'm building the community within my own capacity. Everybody can build within their pace. The admin allows you to contribute the best way you can. I am contributing the best way I can. I am helping in the mass adoption team. And with time, when there is demand for me to make more commitments, by the special grace of God, I shall do so. So I will stop here. I've exceeded my timing, but it's okay. So do take care of yourself. We shall meet again by the grace of God tomorrow. Cheers. God bless you. Bye for now.